Now, one thing I want to ask you, you mentioned conversion rate. How do you
Hmm.
measure conversion rate in this case?
Yeah. Yeah. So conversion rate for Amazon ads, I do orders divided by clicks. So out of every, if you get 10 clicks and one of those converts to an order, one order divided by 10 clicks would be 10% conversion rate. And I actually use revenue per click and conversion rate a bit interchangeably a lot of the time, because if you ever actually like kind of chart them out, if you take like a conversion rate over time and then revenue per click over time, the correlation between them is like 95%. And the only difference for that other 5% of when they differ is if the average order value changed. But if you actually take conversion rate and you multiply it by average order value, you get the same output as conversion rate, or sorry, as revenue per click. And that's just because the way math works. Like, yeah, well, I didn't have a visual here. I should have pulled something up. But yeah, I mean, orders divided by clicks for conversion rate multiplied by your average order value, which is orders over sales, or sorry, sales over orders for average order value. Those orders are going to cross cancel each other, or whatever the math term is, and you're left with just sales divided by clicks. So it comes out to the same thing. But that's why I kind of use revenue per click and conversion rate interchangeably. But usually I'll just talk about conversion rate when talking to about like these different benchmarks, stuff like that, because that's a lot more familiar with people. A lot of people understand conversion rate, but
Orders divide by clicks.
mhm.
Are you talking about orders or units sold?
Units. You could kind of do either one. I prefer orders just because that's what's displayed in the ad console on Amazon, and that's kind of their default is orders over units. So for me, it's just a little bit easier. It's Amazon's consistent with they're always going to show orders no matter where you are in the ad console. They're not always going to show units. They sometimes show units. So I prefer to go with orders.
So I'm gonna actually give you, I believe what they put in the reporting is they call it purchases
Hmm.
and orders.
Hmm.
Purchases being the number of orders, orders being the sales value.
It depends on where you are in the Amazon Ads console. Like I believe in DSP, they call it purchases, and then in
Yeah.
on the PPC side of things, they call it orders. So Amazon's very inconsistent with what they
Yeah,
call things. Yeah,
different people building these systems. But at the end of the day, you're not referring to number of pieces sold. You're referring to orders, unique orders.
orders. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And I believe the total sales, because somebody may click on the product advertised, but they may end up buying a product that's not advertised from that click.
Correct.
It's
Yep.
going to register to that particular click, right? So it's
Yep.
going to show
Correct.
up under orders. So, okay. So purchases divide by clicks.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's what,
that'll get you that conversion rate.
okay. Because do you ever look at the business reports, USP?
Yeah, in business reports, it's units session percentage. Yeah, is
So do
their
you ever
version.
compare and does that
Yeah,
come?
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean, the thing that's weird too is that I think it all kind of balances out because technically you could get multiple units, which, if you're counting multiple digits of units, that would make it seem like the conversion rate's much higher. But also, it's going by sessions, and the number of sessions could be higher than the number of clicks. Like you can have one ad click that leads to someone going to your brand store and shopping all of your products, and it could lead to 10 different detail page sessions from just one click. So like there are some places in the ad console where you can actually see the number of detail page views that were driven from your ads, and you could see detail page views divided by clicks to see on average like how many detail page views are you getting per click. And when I've run that analysis on clients, it's usually around like 1.5 to 2 on average detail page views or sessions or glance views. Amazon's not consistent on that, on what they call that at all. Um, so yeah, you can do. I do look at business reports too to pull in those metrics, but yeah, when
Yeah.
I'm within the ad console, I usually just stick with what's available in the ad console.
So if somebody clicks on the same ad twice,
Hmm.
that's recorded as 2 clicks, right?
Yep, I believe so. Now I don't know if you click on the ad and then go backspace, or if you like open it in a tab and like you click it twice. I would hope Amazon has some feature in place that it won't like double charge the double count and double charge it. I think that's where they kind of have their, Amazon, I think when they're tracking for bots to avoid like those black hat tactics where people are just spam clicking competitors to drive up their spend, burn out their budgets. Amazon, I think, is on guard for that.
Well, they have something that removes clicks. I
Yeah,
forget what it's called, but they
correct.
show that. So
It's like their
um,
gross and invalid traffic report.
yes, invalid traffic. So but legitimately, same person clicks twice, legitimately
Yep.
clicks twice.
Hmm.
That's 2 clicks that they pay
Hmm.
for. In
Hmm.
business reports, that's recorded as 1 session or 2 sessions.
At a minimum 2 sessions, but if they continue to browse other product pages without clicking on an ad, so that's what I'm saying. Like if they continue to view other product pages without clicking on any more ads, that's where you can get more sessions or more detailed page views than you were actually accounted for clicks. And then same thing with those units. You could, if they purchase multiple units, you get more units than orders.
Yeah. But how could they, or how is the system tracking the same user going to other pages? Where does that appear?
I assume, I mean, Amazon's just using IP addresses, and especially if you're signing into your Amazon
No,
account.
in the report. So that means that, so let's say that a seller has three different products,
Hmm.
and they clicked on the ad once
Hmm.
and landed on one product page. So that's 1 session on that product page.
Hmm.
And they went to another product page. That's another session, right?
Hmm. Yep.
And then went to the third product page. That's another session. So it's 3 sessions. So in
Hmm.
business reports, there will be 3 sessions, but in the advertising report, there will be 1 click, right?
Yep. Correct.